Today's case is that of septum resection with hysteroscopy. First, we do a diagnostic scopy with a small diagnostic hysteroscope in which you can see the septum very clearly and the bilateral ostia. Diagnostic scopy can be done without dilating the cervix, and it's a good idea to put misoprostol almost 2 to 3 hours before doing the case so that there is good dilatation of the cervix and we can do the case very easily. Now we change over to the resectoscope. Resectoscope is a bipolar device which helps in cutting that septum with the help of this instrument. Always we put this after doing the diagnostic scopy. We first test the movement by letting it extend and go back inside. Then we dilate the cervix to the correct size and we go ahead. So over here you can see that we have started the process. We first inserted inside the uterus, that is inside the cervix. We begin insufflating the cervix with normal saline solution. During resectoscopy, it's a good practice to use slightly higher pressure saline. The first thing is, once you enter inside to get oriented, you see the septum there and the left ostium of the patient. You have to orient yourself. The first thing to do orientation is to look at both the ostia. So you have one ostium there and you always have to see the second ostium that you can see in the periphery. Always when you are using a resectoscope, the best thing is to push the resector a little far away to get a clear picture of what you are doing. Now we palpate, this is the palpation, palpate the septum before resecting. We should feel a muscular feel and then we can give energy. This is cutting current which is delivered, and slowly we have to do the cutting surgery. Here I found that the pressure inside was lesser, so we increase the pressure, and now we can see clearly those muscle fibers that needs to be cut. Here the reference is the left ostium of the patient. This gives us a clear orientation of where the fundus is. Also, another safety feature that I do is transabdominal ultrasound is simultaneously going on the outside when this case is going on. So to the right hand side I have my screen of the resectoscope, whereas on the other side we have our ultrasound going on. So this gives me a double protection against any perforation. So now you can see almost one side of the resection is done, and we have done this resection on the left side. Now we have changed over to the right side and we are seeing the right ostium of the patient as a reference point, and we have to cut flush with the plane or the depth of the ostium. So we have to make sure that on both the sides the ostium depth is reached. Also this has to be corroborated with the ultrasound image on the outside. Definitely you can do it without an ultrasound, but definitely most gynecologists nowadays have an ultrasound with them and should be well versed with using an ultrasound themselves. So here you can see the case is almost done. The muscle is almost cut till the level of bilateral ostia. Here you can see we are very close to the ostium, but not to worry, nothing will happen. We have to cut it as close to the depth as possible. After that, what you have to do is you have to palpate the entire cut surface. This is the palpation that we do. Since we do not have our hands reaching in, we have to palpate through the resectoscope, and any uneven surface undulations that you can see, that you have to cut. So this is a very easy surgery, as you can see. You just require a good resectoscope. I use bipolar energy because that is safer than using glycine, and though with experience we are very quick with it, glycine is something that you should be a little fast with, but it does give better images as compared to a bipolar resection. Here we have completely palpated it and we have found that the surgery is adequately done. So here is a panoramic view. We have to push the resectoscope ahead to give a good view with the adequate light. Here we see the right ostium, and then we can see a good panoramic picture left ostium right there. Definitely you have to see both of them very clearly, and you should also visually gauge the volume of the uterus and slowly bring the resectoscope out under vision.